Okay, I screwed up because the music was too loud. But I'm still trying to fix the desktop audio. The source audio for the intro is working apparently because you guys can hear the music. But I can't get my computer desktop audio to be audible for you guys. And that the whole point of this stream right now is a video premiere. So if I can't get that fixed, then it means you guys can't hear the new episode I made, which makes the whole thing pointless. So let me know if at any point you can hear the Windows ding sound. When you adjust the volume on Windows, you hear the ding. Let me know if you hear the ding, okay? And no trolling. That's what I said before. I'm trying to get this fixed so we can just get on with this because George is getting upset. Okay? Here we go. Listen for the ding. There was just a ding there. Can anyone hear the ding? No ding. Okay. Okay, so 90% of people are saying they can not hear a ding, and there's some people who are saying they hear the ding, so obviously the 10% are trolling, I'm guessing, in which case, fuck you. Come on, there's either a ding or there isn't a fucking ding. It's one or the other. Use stereo mix. Okay. Let me try that. I wonder if it's my volume mixer. Hang on. No, that's all good. What a fucking pain in the ass. Okay, maybe if I try Elgato sound capture or whatever, it'll work. I don't normally do this, but maybe it'll fix it. Bear with me. I know this sucks. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fucking fix it. Yeah, I know you can hear me clicking. That's my microphone feed. I'm going to turn that off, actually. I switched the audio device. Any dings? Probably not. Alright, what do I do here? Just let me think for a second. Fuck. Okay, it's not broken because I can hear the ding, but you can't. But Streamlabs is registering the ding. So maybe it's fucking YouTube. I don't know. It's impossible to tell. But then YouTube's getting certain channels and not other ones? Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Maybe I just won't do a premiere of this episode. Maybe I'll just upload the episode and then we'll just do a regular podcast. Just, fuck, I had some shit I wanted to show you too. Somebody made a game for me. Like they actually made like an RPG with an executable. But I need the audio to like be able to show you guys that. I did mess with the audio tracks, but that should only be for editing. Fuck it, I'll just try it. If you can hear the ding at any point, let me know in the chat, okay? Thanks. No trolling. Fuck off. Strictly no fun zone right now. I mean it, you guys. Okay, so it looks like it's an audio track issue, which is really fucking annoying because the idea was to separate the tracks for me for editing so I could have gameplay and my voice independent. Okay, Christ. Well, at least we got it fixed. Okay, so what I can do is I can have everything on track 1 and track 2. That seems to fix it. But then I'll have microphone isolated to track 3, desktop isolated to track 4. And then that should work. Okay, I think we might be good now. So I'm going to turn on the music. Can you guys hear that music right there? All right, okay, I think we're good. And we're going to do a ding. Okay? Here's let me just make sure my audio device is correct. Speakers. Speakers. Okay, here comes the ding. Ding. Are you ready? Here we go. Wait, hang on. Here it is. Ding. Can you hear the ding? Okay, thank the fucking Lord. Okay, let's get started. Holy fuck my ass with a spiked dildo. Okay. I think we're good now. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Sorry about the whole thing. I was tweaking my whole setup for gaming streams. I was optimizing. And one of the things I was working on was isolating certain elements to certain tracks in post-production, right? So ideally when I would do a gaming stream and I import the audio and the video, I would have gameplay isolated to one track, my voice isolated to another track. But I didn't think that affected the what you could and couldn't hear in the streaming process. So that was my bad. I figured it out, and I think we're good now. So I put desktop and voice for track 1 and 2, and that seemed to fix it. And then track 3 and 4, they're isolated. But as long as I have them isolated on some track or another in post-production, that'll help me. So it's win-win. So I think we're good now. Yes, I'll do a podcast after this. So this is just this is the premiere for a new Bytes episode I made for you guys. So we're gonna watch that, and then I'm gonna do super chats. I'm gonna answer some questions about the episode. I'll do a commentary on the episode. Like we'll watch it over again, and I'll tune in this time, and then we'll go over the episode together. I can talk about stuff. If you guys want me to point something out, like I can pause the video and then I can talk about it. You can just say in the chat as the episode's playing back what you want me to go over, and I'll happily do that. And then after that, we'll stop this stream, and then we'll start a new one, and that'll be the podcast where we can talk about current events and shit. Sound good? Okay. So, look, I know I wasted a bunch of your time already. I'm sorry about that. We can just get started. So, should I just play the episode then? We got like 234 people there. I think we should just get started. That sound good? Yes, okay. And that'll let me pee. So, I'll play the episode for you guys, and I can pee while that's going. Okay. So, let me maximize the episode. Turn the volume up. Unmute the desktop audio. And then... Oh, someone's grabbing a beer. Should I wait for this one guy out of 224 people to grab his beer before I start this episode? I don't know, dude. I think I turned on DVR, I'm pretty sure, so you can just like rewind the stream. Yeah, well, let's rewind. Let a bro grab his beer. Who doesn't want to tune in live for the See Me After Class podcast? The best podcast on YouTube. By best, I mean worst. How can you even listen to this trash? It's unlistenable. It's for scum. But you're all scum, aren't you? Basement-dwelling scum. Just like me. That's okay. Okay, is that guy back yet? How long does it take to get a beer? Are you actually taking a walk down to the fucking brewery? How long does it take? Okay, you got your beer, right? Okay, good. Okay, let's let's just do this. All right, so I'm switching to monitor mode. I'm going to turn off this bullshit. And if you can't, you should be able to hear and see everything okay. If you can't, just let me know in the chat. I'll fix it and I'll rewind it, okay? Here we go. This is Arby and the Chief, Bytes number 31. It's called Doom, guys, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Muting my...
How's Doom? You're playing it right. You knew it's out today, right? And some other faggot game I forget. It sucks. But Doom's actually good. Like really fucking good. Like literally actually. It's good, right? Don't told me. I knew already. It's awesome. Obliviously. It might even literally been the most game ever. It goes without saying. I might even went as far as to say it goes without Super Saiyan. Maybe even Super Saiyan 3.
Why would you think Doom is Super Saiyan 3?
What's not to less than 3? I less than 3 killing outer space aliens.
They're not aliens. They're demons.
No, Arbiter. You are the demons.
Guess that makes me a zombie. And the Switch doesn't only have petty bullshit games after
Don't
all.
forgot to be XR those bitches. Bleep combo Arbiter. PRNPP. The combo for chads with the biggest PPs. It's cool you're finally playing chat games like Dune right now and not some things else. I'd hate to ask you stop talking mid-sent.
Seriously? This again? I know, God forbid, I enjoy a game geared to a younger audience. Not every game has to be about blowing the heads off everything. This mean you're gonna shut up for another 4 days? There must be a God after all. You just gonna stand there, stare at me, having fun? I am. Shame you can't let yourself do the same. But I guess that would violate your chat code or whatever bullshit. Look. I know you think it's stupid, but just look. You're on an island and you slowly shape it however you want. Furnish your house and all of the outside. And you can go to other players' islands, invite them to yours. It's cool. I'm telling you. Oh, you'll like this. You can make your own designs, for like clothes and your town flag and stuff. You can draw a big cock or swastika or whatever fucking stupid thing you think's funny. Look. Will you just look? God, you are fucking unbelievable. This really how you want to spend your time? You think you're teaching me a lesson or something, making me feel shame for playing a game you don't like? Wow, Chief, you're right. I thought I was having fun, but I wasn't. I'm only gonna play Halo now for the rest of my natural fucking life like you. Which could be forever. And that works out for me just fine. Oh, except whenever you're playing Halo, of course, what with you being a farcical homophobe, and the act of two males sitting next to each other being so hypercharged with latent homosexuality according to you. Alright, Chief. Congratulations, this is getting annoying now. You win. Enough already. Sigh. I gotta take a leak. You stand there and waste your time. What the fuck? You wanna see my dick? This the new gimmick this time? You follow me around everywhere? You're really not gonna say anything? Of course not. You're speechless. How could I possibly enjoy Animal Crossing? Me, a Halo toy. It's heresy. A world gone topsy-turvy. God. Jesus, I didn't even hear you. Creep. Holy shit, dude. Give it a rest, will you? Take the night off. God Almighty. God. Stop it. Will you fuck off? God. Fuck, stop it. How the fuck are you doing this? What the fuck? How are you doing that? You're behind me, aren't you? You're behind me and I'm not gonna freak out this time, even though it defies physical possibility, son of a bitch. Part of the joke, right? By playing Animal Crossing I violated some cosmic and spoken chat contract. And the universe has allowed you to violate the laws of physics to help me understand the gravity of my sin. It would appear even God agrees with you that Animal Crossing's lame. Well, you know what? I don't fucking care. I like Animal Crossing. It's fun. And I'm gonna keep playing it, whether you approve or not. Stick your approval up your ass. If you wanna make some room, you can pull out your head. Oh my fucking god, dude. There. Look. Doom. Eternal. The new one.
On PC.
Well, it's not out for Switch. Not yet. Later.
Why not fucking Xbox? Most game ever. Most console ever. Literally could not been fucking simpler. Also PC sucks,
You wanna
console
play or
dick.
what? What's worse? Playing on something that's not Xbox? Or not playing the most game ever?
I'm not fucking using mouse and keyboard, that's
You
retarded.
can use a controller.
Watch some fucking mad cats, here's your controller, bro, controller.
No.
Fuck that. Never.
An Xbox controller.
Is this game violence? What's BFG? Big friendly giant. Big fucking guy. Is that me? Yeah, I'm a big guy. For you.
Oh my god. It's him.
That's right, bitch. The one and only. Fuck out of my way.
Corporate says we should let them through!
What? Why?
Cause I'ma kick your ass if you doesn't. Ha, this guy's like pooping his pants. Get key card please, K thanks.
Hey! Who are you? You can't be here.
I'ma be where I am, and I am where it be. Fuck you looking at. I'll tell you what, a fucking Chad, give me that fucking thing. I'll show you how a real man's shot done, with some balls.
The entrance to the BFG 10,000 is just across from this facility.
Warning, BFG 10,000 is firing.
I want that done.
The power source of the BFG 10,000 should be of interest to you as well.
This game sucks.
How about playing at least 1 second before you decide?
Warning, the Slayer has entered the facility.
Slayer of pussy.
Warning, BFG 10,000.
And your demons. Fuck you demons, eat my dick. A good demons is a dead demons. There is so many demons. All the demons will drink my semen. My rifle knife goes slice. Smiley face. This game isn't violent enough.
Doesn't get much more violent than this. Why the fuck are you so bloodthirsty? It's worrying, like when I watched you play GTA 5.
Oh yeah, that game sucked. That was pretty funny though.
Actually it wasn't, it was disturbing.
Violence is the best thing ever.
Lot of dead people would disagree.
You need pussies. Fuck them. What else are you supposed to do with pussies? Besides eat them. Flex. This game's way too easy.
In that case you could try playing on a higher difficulty than easy mode.
This is such a rip-off of Halo. Jesus Christ.
Doom was one of the first shooters ever.
Halo was the first game ever made, you retard.
Oh yeah, what was the first book ever written? Was it the Bible or Fall of Reach by Eric Nyland? I forget.
Is that a search question? The Bible ripped off Halo just like everything else. God is literally just Master Chief copy pasta. Why does you think everybody's less than 3 is God so much?
Of course, it all makes sense.
Yeah, no shit, dumbass. Dude, this game's fucking awesome.
I don't suppose Reach on PC is still any good.
You mean Halo Infinity?
Right, yeah.
Lol. Infinity sucks my nuts. But this shit is gold, my friend. Solid fucking gold. It's so violent, and the game design is so good.
What the fuck do you know about good game design?
Enough to know that animal using sucks my boner fuckhead. Crossing sorry. Go ahead, play it. Choke that shit down like the good little Nintendo you are.
What's with you being a Doom fan all of a sudden? Since when are you a fan of anything that's not Halo?
I doesn't give a fuck what game it is, as long as I can play as Master Chief. Hell, I'd even sucked a million hits and played fucking Animal Crossing if I could play it as me.
And there it is.
What?
You're not playing as Master Chief.
What the fuck you talking about? Of course it's Master Chief. I've seen pics.
It's not Master Chief.
Well, what the fuck's his name then? Doom guy.
Actually, yeah.
You're thinking of the robot from Metroid.
Samus isn't a robot.
That's serious, Samus. That's another
Jesus fucking
different
Christ,
thing.
forget it.
Is it seriously not Mustard Chef?
No. But who gives a shit?
This is bullshit.
Hey, what the fuck? No, don't ever do that again.
I didn't have a fucking choice. Bungie made me do that by making this fucking game without Master Chief. Literally the most character ever.
Bungie didn't make Doom.
Oh yeah, I mean 343 Industries.
No.
Doom is literally the least fucking game ever made. What a fucking piece of shit. For a start, it's not violence enough, and the game designs is so bad. My uncle works at 343 Industries. He said it's so bad. And on PC, seriously? John used to been console chat master race. What the fuck happened? Playing games on PC now like a fucking pleb.
I'm trying to sleep.
I literally can't believe you'd played fucking Animal Flossing over Doom. No. There's something seriously the fuck wrong with your stupid brains. All you fucking brain dead Coomer furries are all the same. I hope you all used in helmet stupid Doom guy. You know why Doom really sucks dick though? I'll told you exactly specifically why. Cause it's gay. It's gay and retarded as all fuck. Except not quite as gay and retarded as Animal Tossing. That game's so fucking bad I literally can't even.
Good night, Chief.
There you go. I hope you enjoyed that. But where's episode 15, John? I know. Okay? I'm working on it. But there's a balance. Okay? Season 8, episode 15 is admittedly going pretty slowly. But if I want to keep releasing stuff each month, I want to do these bites. And I enjoy doing these bites. But they take a substantial amount of time to make out of the time that I could be spending on episode 15. But I felt like I did need time away from the story for a while, so it's nice to be able to just do the bites for a bit, even though they're not really any, they're just as hard to make. They're just like, they're a little easier to write because I'm not so focused on the plot, and they're not as long, obviously. But hey, I figure like as long as I'm keeping you guys laughing and entertained as best as I can, then I'm doing my job, you know. But season 8 episode 15 is in the works. Elizabeth Carr Ernst, in my last podcast, I said I still didn't have her voice work, but I do now. So she got back to me finally. She sent me an email. She was really nice about it, and she sent me her voice work, and I have it. So I have everything I need. I've still got auditions to listen to, but I'll listen to all of them. And, yeah. So, this month, I'm going to try and get the next episode 15 out this month. That's what I'm going to spend this month doing. The whole script's written. A lot of the dialogue is finalized. Well, the dialogue is finalized. It's all recorded. And most of it is subtitled. So I'm just going to arrange all the dialogue in a timeline. That's what I'm finishing off right now. And then I'm going to record everything and then try and get the next episode out this month. Okay? So that's my update on that. John, is the audio delay on your end or YouTube's end? I don't know. There shouldn't be a... How significant is the delay? Hairline. Fuck you. Is the delay a big problem? Because I thought I fixed the synchronization of the microphone. Maybe I need to adjust it. I think there's already a delay on it of about 1 second. Like I added an artificial delay so I could synchronize it. There's no delay? Okay, good. So yeah, you might just want to refresh your feed, whoever it was that said that. Wine, John? You're drinking wine and not beer like a man? Yes. I don't give a fuck. I like wine. Suck my balls. All right, what should we do? I guess I should do super chats and then we can watch the episode together. Or should I do? Should we just start the commentary first and then I'll save super chats for last? What do you guys think? John thinks he has more class than everyone. Oh yeah, I'm drinking wine. That means I'm a little more elegant than most people. Commentary first. Okay, let's do it. I'll do the super chats after. If you sent a super chat, don't worry. I'll get to it before I end this stream. But if it's a super chat about current events, don't send me any of those yet. I'm going to do a podcast after this. It'll be a separate stream so I can separate the videos. Okay? So yeah. Okay, what am I doing? Let's go to activity mode. And then let's full screen this bitch. And then let's lower the desktop audio to about -10. And then, okay, so I'm going to play the episode. We'll watch it together. And if I think of something interesting to talk about, I'll pause it. Or if you guys point something out that you want me to talk about, mention it in the chat and I'll pause it and I'll talk, okay? All right, here we go. Hang on 1 second. I got to turn down my personal volume because it's a little loud for me. What can I do? Turn it down on my thing here. I hear myself. Just ask if you got a question. You don't need to tell me you have a question. Just ask. Although the caps does help if you have a question in all caps, just so I can see who has a question.
You're playing it right.
Easily,
you knew it's out today, right?
Spottable.
And some other faggot game I forget. It sucks. But Doom's actually good. Like really fucking good. Like literally actually.
Please never watch oneself ever
it's
again.
Good, right?
Come on,
Don't
we had
told
fun
me.
doing that, didn't we?
I knew already. It's awesome. Obliviously. It might even literally been the most game ever. It goes without saying.
I love how obnoxiously
I might
loud
even
the
went
music
as far
is.
as to say it goes without super
It's from
saying.
the Doom soundtrack.
Maybe even super
Dude, that
saying
soundtrack
Why
is
would you
fucking
think Doom
boss.
is Super Saiyan 3?
The Doom
Lots
Eternal
not to less than
soundtrack.
3. I less
Apparently
than
there was
3
a bunch
killing
of
outer
drama
space
around the
talents.
soundtrack
They're not
between like
aliens.
Mick
They're
Gordon and
demons.
Bethesda. Some
No
kind of
wonder.
like
You have the
they're
demons.
both accusing each other of like
Guess that makes me a zombie.
like Mick Gordon's
and the
unhappy
Switch
with
doesn't
the
only
final
have gay
mix
bullshit games after
Don't
all.
of the
forgot to be
soundtrack
Hexar
that
those
came with the
bitches.
special
Big
edition, but
combo
then
order.
Bethesda is saying, hey, we
ARMPP.
gave him all the time
The
he
combo
needed
for
and
Chads
he
with the
wasn't
biggest
meeting
PPs.
deadlines or whatever,
It's
so
cool
I
you're
don't know.
finally playing Chad
I don't know
games
where the
like Doom right
disappointment
now
is
and
coming
not
from, because
something
I
else.
listen to the soundtrack
I'd hate to
and I'm
ask
like,
you
dude,
stop
this is
talking,
dope.
but sit.
Okay, the video's a little loud. I'll turn it down. He probably won't return for Doom 3. What I'm saying though is that I thought he did a good job. I mean, I don't see. I mean, I didn't listen to the soundtrack that
Seriously?
came with like the
This
special
again?
edition. I'm just talking about the music in general.
I
I
know,
think
God
it's really
forbid I
good.
enjoy a game geared to a younger audience.
But like apparently people are pissed
Not
off
every
because
game
it's
has
like
to be about blowing the
highly
heads off
compressed
everything.
MP3s. I'm just like, who fucking
mean you're
gives a
gonna
shit?
shut up
Like,
for another
I
4
get
days.
there's like to audio files
There must
that's a
be
big
none after
difference,
all.
but I mean I don't fucking care. even if the quality is a little subpar compared to something like an AAC or a FLAC file that's like lossless.
You just want to stand there, stare at me.
Whatever. You know, if it's an MP3, I don't
Having
fucking
fun.
care.
I am.
Maybe it could have been compressed a little.
Shame
a
you
little
can't
less
let yourself
degree,
do the same.
I thought it was fine.
But I guess that would violate your chat code or whatever bullshit. Look.
So this beat in the episode is obviously a callback to Blockheads. I don't know how many of you guys have seen that, but I made a Byte back in season 1 of Bytes called Blockheads, where Chief catches Arbiter playing Minecraft, and he does this thing where he just doesn't talk because he's so alarmed by the fact that Arbiter is playing something he perceives as kiddie bullshit that he just can't. It's like there's a short circuit in his brain. He just can't talk anymore. So I thought, Animal Crossing is in a similar vein, despite, I mean, obviously Animal Crossing has better graphics than Minecraft. That's not to say that I think Minecraft has shitty graphics. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's a block-based game. You can get mods for it where the lighting is like super realistic, even though it's all blocky and fucking stupid. I'm not saying Minecraft's stupid. I actually like Minecraft. I'm just saying, like, there's a difference in graphical fidelity between Animal Crossing and Minecraft. And I like both games, but Animal Crossing obviously looks a little bit better. But anyway, that's what this is a reference to. But obviously this episode expands on that idea by Chief now following him around like a creepy ghost. As Arbiter says, he's violating the laws of physics in order to hammer in the idea into Arbiter's head that he's committing a sin by playing something so quote-unquote kiddie.
I know you think it's stupid, but just look. You're on an island and you slowly shape it however you want.
So what you're saying is Minecraft is a bad game? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you. There's no pulling the wool over your guys' eyes. You fucking...
I'm telling you.
You got me.
Though you'll like this. You can make your own designs. For like clothes and your town flag and stuff. You can draw a big cock or swastika or whatever fucking stupid thing you think's funny. Look. Will you just look? God, you are fucking unbelievable. This really how you want to spend your time? You think you're teaching me a lesson or something, making me feel shame? For playing a game you don't like? Well, Chief, you're right.
Glad I
thought I was having fun,
John.
but I wasn't.
Hey, no problem.
I'm only gonna play Halo now for the rest of my natural fucking life like you.
Frankie says you're disgraceful, John.
And
Frankie?
That works out for me just fine.
Frankie said that?
Oh, except whenever you're playing Halo, of course.
No, he didn't.
What with you being a farcical homophobe, and the act of two males sitting next to each other being so hypercharged with latent homosexuality according to you.
Minecraft, more like Minecrap. Am I right? I like Minecraft. I find it therapeutic.
All right, Chief. Congratulations.
Normally, games without a definitive
Enough already.
ending make me kind of anxious to play. But for some reason, I find Minecraft in particular therapeutic. Like, I was building a house in, like, creator mode or creative mode or whatever it is you call it, where there's not the standard rules, where there's, like, enemies attacking you and stuff, and you can spawn whatever blocks you want, like colored blocks. You have, like, unlimited blocks and whatever textures you want you can apply.
I don't take a leak. You stand there and waste your time.
And I was building a house, and I was like, I'm really relaxed doing this, and it was fun. It gave me a degree of fun that I haven't felt since I was a teenager. I thought this is really cool, you know. Obviously, the idea of Arbiter having a zipper to urinate. I mean, the only reason I have Arbiter urinating in this beat right here is because it serves a plot function to have this moment where Chief is following him into the bathroom. I gotta give Arbiter a reason to go into the bathroom, so whatever. I'll just have him urinate, and I'll lean into the absurdity of it by adding a zipper sound. That was the idea there.
Of course not. You're speechless. How could I possibly
Look
enjoy
at that
Animal
Dutch
Crossing?
angle.
Me, a Halo toy.
This is meant to convey
It's
the
heresy.
idea that things are about to
A
get
world gone
paranormal
topsy-turvy.
in the way that
But
Chief is moving. It's meant to
Jesus, I
indicate
didn't
the
even hear you.
insanity that's seeping through Chief's
Creep.
mind in this moment because he can't deal with the fact that Arbiter is playing a game that is so infantile as Animal Crossing. Because what grown man would play Animal Crossing? Me, that's who. I fucking love Animal Crossing. Suck my dick. Yes, that is the Drive jacket. I found a real highlight of Animal Crossing, to be honest, for me, has been Lurking V, the video, 4chan's video game board, and you find dodo code and QR threads. And you can find threads full of QR codes for like designs and flags and canvases, paintings you can hang up.
Take the night
And
off.
obviously people share their dodo codes as well, so you can visit people's towns, and then people try to make each other laugh by sharing stupid fucking memes and stuff. It's fun.
God
I
almighty.
really enjoyed that. The Drive jacket is where I got that from. John is a /V vermin confirmed. I thought everyone knew that about me already. I've been lurking 4chan since 2006. I'm a fucking loser. I go on V and TV. That's what I'm on all the time. I lurk there a lot. Where am I gonna go? Reddit? Fuck off. Bunch of long-winded, pretentious posts. I'm shitting on Reddit there, but I'm giving Reddit too much shit there.
Will you
Reddit's
fuck off?
alright.
God.
But if you want brevity and you're okay
stop
with
it.
people being vicious, then 4chan I think is a better alternative. Yes, I saw The Last of Us 2 leaks. We'll talk about that in the podcast after, okay? But yes, I saw them.
How the fuck are you doing this?
People tried to warn me about them, like on Twitter. Fans of mine DMing me saying, "Hey, just be careful. Like, there's leaks out there. If you don't want to spoil it." But I fucking read them all. I don't give a shit. I read everything, and it's actually something I want to talk about later. Not in too much detail, since Naughty Dog is fucking silencing everybody. But I do want to talk about something in relation to that story. But anyway. Save that for later, okay? So, to be honest, I was kind of anxious before I put this bite out, because I was like, I feel like before I started shooting it, after I wrote the script, but before I started shooting, I had this anxiety where I was just like, I feel like this isn't as funny as the other ones I've just done recently. And what if people don't like it? What if people are mad? You know, what if people think I'm like slipping or whatever? And that wasn't the intent. I was like, before I started writing it, I was like, okay, there's a funny idea there with Doom and Animal Crossing being released on the same day. What can I do with that? But after the script, I started shooting it, and I started having fun with the process of shooting it specifically. It kind of evolved into this paranormal thing. Like, it plays out almost like a horror movie. And that actually wasn't intended when I wrote it. It just kind of, that's how I ended up shooting it, and I had a fun time shooting it. But still, afterwards, after I had all the assets done and I was editing it, I was just like, oh my God, I hope people don't feel like this is a fall, like, that this is like less entertaining than what they've seen so far, because I worked really hard on this, and I thought it was good, but I felt like it wasn't as funny as previous entries, and I was worried that people were gonna get upset. So I hope you guys. I think it's good. I think it's one of the best bites I've made. But
You're behind me, aren't you? You're behind me and I'm not gonna
It isn't necessarily as funny as other
defies
Bytes I've
physical
made. I acknowledge
possibility.
that.
Son of a bitch. Part of the joke, right?
But you
By
have
playing
some
Animal
people
Crossing,
saying,
I violated some cosmic
where's the
unspoken chat
comedy?
contract.
And then I have other people saying,
And the universe
this
has
is the
allowed
best
you to
Byte you've
violate
made
the
in
laws of
years.
physics to
So
help me understand the gravity
whose
of my
advice
sin.
do you follow? You know, like who's
It would
right,
appear
who's
even
wrong?
God agrees with you that Animal
Nobody's.
Crossing's
I
lame.
mean, I think this is a subjective matter. You
Well,
know,
you know
so,
what?
and you
I
can't
don't
please
fucking care.
everybody. It's the
I like
tragedy
Animal
of being
Crossing.
a
It's
content
fun.
creator. You know, you try to
And I'm
please as
gonna
many
keep playing
people as
it,
you can.
whether
but
you approve or not.
you can't do it. You can't please
Stick your
everyone.
approval
You're
up
gonna-
your ass.
Some people
you
are
wanna make
inevitably
some
going
room,
to
you
be
can pull out
underwhelmed,
your
and it just
head.
comes with the job. But I do my best. I do what I'm creatively driven to do, and I do my best at it. You know, that's the best I can do. No one said it was bad, John. Yeah, I know. But I got an exit survey on Patreon recently. Those of you who follow me on Twitter, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'll get to that later. I'll save that for later. That's something I'll talk about later. Okay. Not everyone's happy with what I do. But like I said, it's part of the job. The comedy in this was more visual than verbal. I would like to see more visual comedy in the show. I agree. Yeah. I mean, I felt it was a bit of a risk hanging on so much silence. Like, his chief doesn't say anything. But I thought that would be funny.
Look.
So.
Eternal.
I think it is.
The new one.
I think it's funny. That's all you can rely on at the end of the day, you know? It's like, what I can rely on is, do I think this is funny? Does this make me laugh? And if that's condition is met, then
it's not
I'm
out
probably
for
in a
Switch.
safe
Not yet.
place.
Later.
Why not fucking sex box? Most game ever, most console ever. Literally could not been fucking simpler. Also PC sucks
You wanna play
console
or
dick.
what? What's worse, playing on something that's not Xbox? Or not playing the most...
So what I liked about the premiere of this is that a bunch of you in the chat were saying, why is Chief playing Doom? This makes no sense. All he likes is Halo. And I was like, yes, because that is the central dramatic question of this episode, is why is Chief playing Doom? Why does he like it so much? So it's kind of a mystery to be solved that eventually gets answered at the end. So it all comes together. It's like, oh, that's why he was playing it. So I was proud of that aspect of it. I do think this shit through quite a bit.
I'm not fucking using mouse and keyboard. That's
there's a lot of effort
retarded.
that goes into the script.
Watch some fucking Mad Cat's
You know,
ears.
thinking
Your
about
controller
things
broke
from a
controller.
character
No,
perspective. Like,
never.
would this
An
character
Xbox
do this?
controller.
Would this character do that? Why are they
Is
doing
this
this?
game violence?
Anyway. Because Doom Guy does look similar to Master Chief. It's not a spitting
Watch
image
BFG. Big
comparison,
friendly
but
giant. Big fucking guy.
they are pretty
Look at
similar.
me. Yeah, I'm a big guy. For you.
Oh my god. It's him.
That's right, bitch. The one and only. Fuck out of my way.
Corporate says we should let them through.
What? Why?
Cause I'm a
I don't
big
get
ass
it. You
if
can get so
doesn't.
much out of visuals. You don't need dialogue every
Combat
5
boss,
seconds.
this guy's like duping his
I
pants.
agree. Yeah.
Get key card, please, K. Thanks.
So that's what I mean when I said I had fun shooting this one, because like the stuff in the bathroom where Chief is like appearing and disappearing like a ghost, I shot that like a horror movie, and I thought like this is actually fun. I'm enjoying this process.
where I
Usually
am,
it's
and
tedious
I am
as
where
fuck,
he-
but I enjoyed that little part of it.
Fuck you looking at. I'll told
And
you
it was
what.
just like, I hope the
fucking
fans
sad.
are on board
Give
with
me that
this.
fucking thing. I'll show you how a real
And you
man
guys
shot
were,
gun
so thank you for
with
that.
some
Thank you
balls.
for the support. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
The entrance to the BFG 10,000 is
So there's this pretty much transitions into Master Chief sucks at Doom Eternal, and
I want that
You
gun.
could argue that maybe this
Power
wasn't the way to
source
go,
of the BFG
because
10,000 should be of interest
if you
to
go by the gameplay
This game
to
sucks.
follow right here,
How about playing
you
at
could
least
assume
1
that
second before you
Chief,
decide?
in fact, doesn't suck at this
The
game. He's
Slayer
actually
has
quite
entered
good.
the facility.
And
Slayer of
even
Wizards.
though it's established in dialogue that Chief is playing on easy mode,
Warning.
playing Doom Eternal on easy mode is actually pretty fucking hard. And like the normal and hard mode are obviously way harder, but like easy mode is actually not that easy. I can get through it easily.
There's so many
Like I've
demons.
only died a few
All the
times
demons
in
will
easy
break my
mode,
semen.
but like normal mode, it's just like I was getting so frustrated. I was like, well, maybe I'll just play it through in easy mode, and then, you know, try and play it on normal later on when I've got a better
This
handle
game
on
isn't violent enough.
how you're supposed to play it.
Doesn't get much more violent
Because
than this.
there is strategy involved in this
Why the
game.
fuck are you so
That,
bloodthirsty? It's worrying.
I think a
Like
lot
when
of
I watched you
prior,
play GTA.
maybe not a
Yeah,
lot, but
that game
some
sucks.
portion of the
That was
Doom
pretty
fan
funny,
base,
though.
I think, were
Actually, it wasn't. It was
a little
disappointing.
surprised by
Violence
the
is
amount of
the best
strategy involved in
Not
playing
yet
this
people would
game.
disagree.
Because I think a lot of
You
people
need
who
pushes.
play this game, they want to just be able to shoot everything and not die once, and just
This game
basically
way too
hold left mouse
In
button
that case, you
and
could try
W
playing on a
and
higher
win the
difficulty
game.
than easy mode.
But it's more complicated than that.
This
You
is
gotta
some
use
serious talk of
specific
Halo.
weapons on
Jesus
specific
Christ.
enemies.
Doom was one of the first shooters ever.
The creative director himself prepared all the enemy types to chess pieces, so you gotta be prepared to deal with them in different ways.
I forget.
And I
It's not a
admire that
Southwest
about
channel.
the game. I think
I
that's
will rip
cool.
off Halo just
So,
like everything else.
it really is
God
just a case of
literally just Master
get
Chief
good,
copy
you know?
pasta.
You gotta
Why
get
does you
good,
think
scrub it,
everybody's
you
less than three's got
wanna
so much?
Win it
Of course,
good.
it all makes sense.
Yeah, no shit. Dumbass.
The Marauder that was
This
a
game's
point
fucking
where
awesome.
like I lost a few times in a row. And
I
was
don't
just like,
suppose
fuck,
Reach on
I don't
PC
know if
is
I'm
still
gonna be
any
able to
good.
get past this, but I did eventually.
You mean
Eventually, I
Halo
figured out
Infinity?
what I'm supposed to do.
Like, yeah.
Lol. Infinity sucks my nuts. But this shit is gold, my friend. Solid fucking gold. It's so violent, and the game design is so good.
What the fuck do you know about the game design?
Yeah, I have
You
fought the
don't know
Marauder. I
anything
just
sucks
said
my boner fuckhead.
maybe there's a delay.
Crossing, sorry.
I don't mean to
Go
do
ahead,
sound
play
like
it.
it.
Choke that
But
shit
yeah,
down
I
like
did
the good
found the
little
Marauder.
Nintendo
Did
you
fight
are.
the Marauder. Took a few tries though.
What's with you being a Doom fan all of a sudden?
You just
Since
gotta
when
look
are you
for
a fan
the
of anything
green
that's not
flash
Halo?
from the eyes. That's when you know he's
as
open
long
to
as I
attack.
can play as Master Chief. Hell, I'd even sucked a million hits and played fucking Animal Crossing if I could play that.
And it's
game.
so straightforward, you know,
I'm
when
not
like
playing as Master
when you
Chief.
put it like that.
What the fuck you talking
It's
about?
just, you just have to have some
Of course
basic
it's based,
observational
sir.
skills
I've
to
seen clips.
beat
It's
the
not
Marauder,
Master Chief.
basically.
Well, what the fuck's his name then? Doom guy.
Actually, yeah.
I mean,
You're
I
thinking
am
of the
talking
robot
about
from
easy
Metroid.
mode, so like I'm
Samus
not
isn't a
talking
robot.
about Marauder on
serious,
normal or
Samus,
hard.
that's
or
another
Jesus
anything.
fucking
different
Christ,
thing.
forget it.
Is it seriously not Mustard Chef?
No. But who gives a shit?
This is bullshit.
Okay.
This-
This is not my actual monitor that I'm using right now. For this one particular shot, or actually two shots, this and the one right after it, I used an old monitor that is broken and I don't use anymore. Like it literally stopped working. It wouldn't turn on anymore. So there was a fault in the electrical component in the monitor. And I was just sitting around anyway, and I wasn't using it, so I thought, whatever, I'll use it as a prop and I'll just bust it. I don't care. I'm not going to fucking throw a brand new monitor on the ground. Are you kidding me? That's a waste of money. But, you know, I had this monitor lying around not doing anything. It didn't work anymore, and I thought it would be funny, so, yeah. I mean, I kind of cringed doing this. Even though the monitor doesn't work, I don't like breaking things, you know? Like, I really tend to avoid that. But I thought it would be really funny, like, for a thing towards the end of the episode, like a big gag. I thought, fuck it, I'll just do it. And, you know, I don't know in what orientation the monitor's going to land, so I thought, okay, well, I'll put the camera on a tripod, I'll put it on sticks, that's what a tripod is. And I'll put the camera far enough back so that wherever the monitor lands, hopefully it'll be within the frame. But ideally, I should have tilted the camera a little further downwards, but whatever, it's not a big deal. The initial intent was to throw it against the closet door, but then I was afraid that would make a dent or something, so I kind of directed it more just towards the floor.
This is bullshit.
But yeah, the frame coming off, none of that was planned. That just happened, so.
Hey, what the
I thought the
fuck?
sound would be a little bit more
Don't ever do that
impactful,
again.
I didn't.
but the sound that you heard of the monitor hitting the floor was not like it wasn't something downloaded off of Freesound or anything. That was actually recorded raw by an H4n audio recorder that I had running alongside the camcorder, so it's real
That's a
audio.
fucking choice. Bungie made me do that by making this fucking game without Master Chief. Literally the most character ever.
Bungie didn't make Doom.
Oh yeah, I mean 343 Industries.
No.
Doom is literally the least fucking game ever made. What a fucking piece of shit. For a start, it's not violence enough, and the game designs is so bad.
So you see what I did there? Doom is literally the least fucking game ever made. So you hear that line of dialogue
Doom
in
is
this
literally
scene,
the least fucking game ever made. What a fun.
and then he keeps talking as if he hasn't been interrupted, but it's now nighttime. So the implication right there is that he's been talking for like 12 hours straight. So you can do things, if you know what you're doing when you're writing the screenplay,
Fucking piece of shit.
You
For a
can,
start, it's not
convey certain things in a very short amount of time.
violence enough, and the
That are
game
pretty
designs
funny.
is so bad. My uncle works at 343 Industries. He said it's so bad. And on PC, seriously, John used to have been console chat master race.
Like the way that that was actually not a decision made in the screenplay. That was made in post-production. But if I were to have that first sentence in this scene instead, then it would imply that he only started complaining when it was nighttime. But just by that little simple shift of moving the first sentence of the rant into the previous scene when it's still daytime, there's then that additional joke all of a sudden of him ranting for a full 12
What
hours.
the fuck happened? Playing games on PC now like a fucking play.
This isn't day for night. This is actually at nighttime. I think I shot the day scenes it was actually nighttime when I shot the day scenes. So this is not day for night. This is actually nighttime, but there's ambient light from my LED signs that are on the adjacent wall here. So like, how I have my Sonic Team, Nintendo, GameCube LED lights? That's what this light is coming
I'm
from.
trying to sleep.
I literally can't believe you'd played fucking Animal Flossing over Doom. No. There's something seriously the fuck wrong with your stupid brains. All you fucking brain dead Coomer fries are all the same. I hope you
Come
all
on, I'm
leave
just
the hell of
elaborating
stupid
on
Doom.
my
Nah,
process.
You know why Doom really
I'm not trying to
sucks.
sound like a pretentious
I told
dick.
you.
I'm just thinking
I
of stuff
told you
to talk
exactly
about.
specifically why.
I know you
It's
guys are
gay.
just fucking
It's
with me.
gay and retarded as all fuck. Except not quite as gay and retarded as Animal Tossing. That game's so fucking bad I literally can't even.
So Arbiter has actually something of an arc in this episode. He's realized that if he plays Animal Crossing, he can get Chief to shut up, but at this point, he's no longer afraid of him teleporting around like a ghost. He just doesn't give a shit.
Good night, Chief.
Somebody commented in the chat that my chair here was all stained. They're not stains, okay? I literally haven't spilled anything on it. It's, that fabric where if you run your finger along it in one direction, it'll look one way, but then if you rub your finger the other way, it'll kind of look totally different. I forget what the name of the material that does that. Yes, you're right. It's covered in cum. Sorry, I tried to hide it, but there you go. Covered in semen. There you go. thanks again to all the producers, everybody, all the heroes on Patreon, all the super chatters who help keep this operation going. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed that commentary. Did I miss anything? Is there anyone wanted me to elaborate on? So after this, I'm going to get to some super chats, and then we'll stop the stream, and we'll restart it, and we'll do a podcast, okay? All right, there you go. Ooh, I have an idea. What if the two take a trip to LA? What, a reboot of Arby and the Chief in LA? Because that went so well the last time. Arby and the Chief in Los Angeles. Los Angeles. If you thought the toys were wacky before, you're gonna love Arby and the Chief in Los Angeles. How you record the transition. What do you mean by transition? Arby and the Chief in North Korea. There's an episode. I don't know. I'll think about it. Arby and the Chief in Mecca. Arby and the Chief go to Beijing. So that's not an idea on its own. You can't just go, Arby and the Chief go to this place. Like, you actually need a fucking joke there to, like, warrant the production of an episode. You can't just, Arby and the Chief in space. What are they going to do in space? It's so wacky and crazy. Arby and the Chief in ISIS. That's interesting. So that's not just a location. That's an ideology that they've all of a sudden adopted. Or maybe not. Maybe they get forced into it somehow. I don't know. There was already a space story arc, and it was boring. Oh, we got some shade here, boys. Some shade being thrown my way. I'm sorry you thought it was boring. I'm actually really proud of that 2001 arc. I thought it was really good. But, you know, like I said, you can't please everyone. Let's get to some super chats here. Let's do that. So where are we? What do I do here? You know what? I'm going to go pee again. Sorry, guys, but I know I pee a lot, but okay, starting from now, whenever I got to pee, I got to just go pee, because the alternative is sitting here and shaking for like a half hour. And when I'm watching that in post-production, when I'm like cutting the footage together, I'm watching that and I'm going, holy shit, that's annoying. There's so many things about me and the way I move, my body, the way my face contorts when I say certain things, it makes me fucking cringe. I hate myself. But that's one of the things that I hate, is me shaking because I have to go pee. So I'm going to go pee, and then just give me a minute or two, and then we'll be back, and then I'll do the super chats, and then we'll move on to the podcast, okay? Thanks, guys. That, my friends, was the wrong button. So now I'm going to press the correct button and go into standby mode. Here we go. All right, welcome back, all you beautiful guys and gals. Let's jump into super chats here, okay? Here we go. Blood Gulch Patrick says for 100 rubies. Is that the proper way you say that? Jane Grammy, it's not even spelled right. Jesus Christ. Jane Grammy, you're a cluck. I'm a cluck. Okay. Thanks, man. This is very valid criticism. I will take a note of that. It's ruble, you fuck. Oh, sorry. Rubies like Zelda? I don't fucking know. I'm ignorant, okay? Thanks, Blood Gulch Patrick. I really appreciate it, man. Kirkland Signature for $1.99 says, "Can I get a different seat that black family is loud?" Racism for no reason. Thanks, Kirkland. 13B for $2 says, "Boomer John. I'm born in 1988, okay? I'm not a fucking boomer." That makes me a millennial, technically, even though I don't consider myself a millennial either. But what the fuck are you going to do? I don't make the rules. Apparently, the rules are defined by whatever year you were born in, not the mentality that you hold. Whatever. Anyway, thanks, 13B. Sora L for $2 says, "Hey, been watching you before women could vote. /Ari. So is your name Sora or Ari? I don't know. I don't know if you're a girl or a guy. Are you a grill? Are you a grill with Bob's and Vagine? I don't know. But, yep. Women can vote now, and it's a tragedy. However will we cope? I'm just kidding. Thanks, man. Or woman. I didn't mean to gender you or misgender you. if I did. Thanks, Sora. Or Ari. I don't know which. All right, moving on. Lord Xanthar the Allen for $4.99 says, "Damn it, John, I'm supposed to be studying for my last exam and I haven't even started. How dare you study for your exam? I'm going to make you not study. If you even think about studying, I'm going to come over there and kick your fucking ass. Bitch." Yes, it's my fault. Everything's my fault. So sorry about that. I'm sorry you're going to fail your exam. Inevitably. Thanks, Lord Xanthar. Sora L, again, for $2 says, "Been watching you since before child labor laws." Oh, boy. First, women are voting, and now people don't want children to make products for slave wages. What's the world coming to, people? I don't know. Thanks, Sora L. Thanks for your mildly offensive super chat. Chernobyl Pone for $4.99 says, Chief, as in, this is what Chief says. He says, "No, you can't play other games besides the new Halos." An Arbiter says, "Haha, Animal Crossing is fun." Yep, that's pretty much the dichotomy. Chief hates anything that's not Halo, and he especially doesn't like things like Minecraft or Animal Crossing that are geared towards a younger audience, even though man-children like me find enjoyment in them. What a fucking disgrace I am. What kind of 31-year-old man enjoys Animal Crossing? It's pathetic. I should be shot in the head. Thanks, man. Thank you, Chernobyl Pone. Sora L for $2 says, "Been watching you before the Big Bang." Why is it always before with you? Before this, before that. I'm sensing a theme here. "Been watching you before the Big Bang. Keep it up." Are you sure about that? Before the Big Bang? Are you God? I think that's the only way you could exist before the Big Bang. Thanks, God, for the super chats. See that, everybody? Even God is sending me super chats. That's how fucking great I am. And if you haven't sent me a super chat yet, you're a fucking loser. Thanks, L. Sora L. Thank you. Sora L also says, holy shit, a lot from Sora L. For $5 says, "Hey, John." "Been watching you before Jews got kicked out of every single country they've made contact with," from Kirkland Signature. "Been watching you before Jews got kicked out of every single country they've made." So you're saying Kirkland Signature kicked the Jews out? Kirkland, stop kicking the Jews out of places. They're just trying to live. They're just trying to be. You got to keep kicking them. Stop it. Okay. Thanks, Sora L. Waste of time for $1.99 says, "Sora be wasting his money on people in Discord." People in Discord? What, as opposed to wasting money here? Every super chat is a waste of money, by the way. I don't know if you knew this. If you send me a super chat, you're wasting your money. Because I'm just going to spend it on video games and cocaine and prostitutes. I need my dick sucked. What can I say? But I guess you're also giving people the money in the Discord? I don't know how that works or what that means exactly, but hey, it's your money. Do whatever you want with it. And by whatever you want, I mean give it to me, because I love delicious money. And I want to have all the money, and I want you guys not to have any. Just so I can go, ha ha, I have all the money now. Ha 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 ha. Very noble ambition. What can can I say? I'm a noble guy. Thanks, waste of time. Tobias Edverson for 50 NOK. I have such a short memory because, Tobias, you've given me so much in the past, and I still can't remember what NOK stands for. I'm sorry. I'm just so ignorant and lazy and stupid. I can't remember the currency. But hey, whatever it is, I appreciate it, man. Tobias says, working late. Glad I finally catched you live. It's caught, okay? It's caught you live, actually. I'm just kidding. Catched you live. It's 4 a.m. here in Norway, lol. Love the callback to Blockheads. Awesome bite. Keep it up, John. Cheers. Hey, no problem, man. Hey, you got the Blockheads callback. Well done. Norwegian Kronor. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Nomasti, the African warlord for $2 says, please explain to me how the toys have dicks. I don't know, man. It's a joke. They're obviously not anatomically correct. They don't have dicks. But I gave Arbiter a zipper sound when he was urinating because I thought it would be funny. I broke the realism of the plot of two toys being alive because I thought a sound effect would be funny. I'm very sorry. I hope you can find it in your hearts to forgive me one day. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Please find it in your heart. Thank you, Namaste, the African warlord. I'm a Halo 123 for $4.99 says, don't ever forget us. One day in your young life, you'll get somewhere extremely important. I love you, and so do so many people. Aw, that's gay. I'm just kidding. I don't hate gay people. If you're gay, don't be offended. I love you. If you're gay, I want to suck your dick. Sorry, I'm a little uninhibited because I've had a few. But, you know, I think it makes for a better podcast if I've had a couple drinks, you know what I mean? I've had about 2 or 3 glasses of wine. That's okay, though, right? I think this podcast would be way worse right now if I didn't have any drinks because I'd be a stuttering fucking loser. We're having fun, though, right? I hope so. Anyway, thanks, I'm a Halo 123. I really appreciate it, dude. And I won't forget you guys. I won't. I'll always recognize that you guys help me keep me afloat. You know, because Machinima is no longer a thing. Machinima used to pay me, but Machinima doesn't even fucking exist now as a corporate entity. It's gone. It is 100% gone, people. And so, you know, I'm trying to dig my channel out of the hole that it's been in throughout that entire period of working for Machinima, and I think I'm doing the best that I can anyway. You know, I don't have PewDiePie numbers, but who does? You know, some people have lots of subscribers, some people don't. I have more subscribers than a lot of people, but I have less subscribers than a lot more people. But do I pay attention to that? Not really. I just focus on what I do, what I like to do, what I do best. And, you know, I don't get carried away with the numbers of it all. You know what I mean? Because I think it's a waste of time. Who gives a fuck? Analytics, subscriber count numbers. I don't like that stuff. I don't like to focus on it, you know what I mean? Like if that comes before the content, then there's a problem, you know what I mean? Anyway, I won't forget you, I promise. Thank you, I'm a Halo. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate all you guys. Let's move on. Retrend for $2 says, does the 2001 arc have an in-universe reason? There is. Whether I want to establish that reason officially in canon, I haven't decided yet because it hasn't been explicitly stated in the canon yet. But there is absolutely a practical reason for it, in that I wanted there to be whether it directly influences the story of season 8, I'm not exactly sure yet, but what I can tell you is this. I wanted to do a 2001 parody, and I needed a buffer between the toys dying at the end of season 7 and coming back in season 8. If in episode 1 of season 8 I just had the toys come back right away, it would I feel it would render that death at the end of season 7 meaningless. Where it's just like, well, what the fuck was the point of that then? I feel I wanted this elaborate dream sequence. And I do actually have a plan to justify the presence of the 2001 arc that hasn't been explicitly stated yet, but I do plan to explicitly state something, but I haven't officially decided what the canon reason for it is. I'm kind of jumping between one thing and another, and I haven't made up my mind yet, and I'm waiting until the process of finalizing the finale until I decide for sure what I want that to be, you know. So, but either way, I'm really proud of that 2001 arc. I think it's fucking good, and if people think it's boring or whatever, that sucks. I'm disappointed to hear that, but I did do something I wanted to do, and I did my best at it. So, what more can I do? You know what I mean? Anyway, I hope that's a satisfactory answer. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you, Retrent. Kurt Zilla for $5 says, "Hello, John. I have paid this $5 and hope you'd play Activate for 30 seconds, even if it's when you pee, just so we can all vibe a bit. So we all can vibe a bit." What was vibe code for jacking off or something? I don't know what that means. But hey, you know what? I am going to find the Activate track right now, and I'm going to play it to you for 30 seconds because you asked so nicely. So here we go. Where is it? Archive. Music. Arby and the Chief. Nope, it's not in there. Hang on. Arby and the Chief. Where did I put my fucking music? Assets. Audio. Music. Personal. Arby and the Chief. And then one of these is Activate, but I can't. Oh, yeah, 69. I deliberately made it 69 as part of the joke. Okay, so I'm going to turn the desktop audio on. And here we go. Activate for 30 seconds at your...
Activate, 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 activate.
Sorry, the VLC audio was at 125% there, and I didn't mean for that to be so loud. That might have been a little bit loud. Sorry.
Activate, 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 activate.
All right, there you go. Activate. Come on, really? You want me to keep playing that shit? It's stupid. Can't believe how many people are a legitimate fan of that track when it was literally how can I make this the dumbest the dumbest fucking track possible? But it's a big hit, apparently. It is actually good. It's actually good, though. Oh, is it actually good? It's the best track I've ever made. Out of the over 100 tracks I've made, Activate is the best one. The one that took me literally under 5 minutes to make. The headbanging has given me whiplash. Burb calling an ambulance. Yes. Yes. The headbanging was very, very awesome. All right. It's actually literally good. I got to say that sentence with all the inflections in it. It's actually literally good. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was actually literally good. Thanks. It's goddamn fucking iconic. You learn something new every day. All right. Let's move on. I hope you enjoyed Activate. Thank you, Kurt, I appreciate it, dude. Brandon Vancour for $2 says, Scott spin-off series when? Which one's Scott again? Scott is... Oh, he's the guy with the fro in the movie. Okay, yeah. Skylar is the leather jacket guy. Scott is the afro roommate guy with the cigarettes and the cocaine sandwiches, yeah. I don't know. Do people want a spin-off of that character? That character was so stupid. It's just a very one-dimensional character. I don't think warrants an entire spin-off series. Maybe I'm wrong. Scott. Scott. I don't know what his last name is. I don't think I gave him one. Scott the show. For 10 seasons. I got 10 seasons outlined, you guys. Fuck it, 20 seasons. I'll do this James Cameron style, like with Avatar. He's just like, I'm not just going to make Avatar 2. I'm going to make Avatar 3, 4, and 5. Fuck you. I'm going to be like, I'm going to take that approach with the Scott series. 20 seasons? I'm going to make 30 fucking seasons of the Scott show. There you go, everybody. Scott the show. All right, anyway, let's move on here. Thanks, Brandon. Curtain Rod for $5 says, I can't think of anything witty. Have some monies. Yoink! My money now, bitch. That's $5 you'll never see again. I'm going to spend it on something super trivial just to spite you. What a loser. He handed his money straight to me. And I'm just going to spend it on stupid bullshit. Thanks, man. Where are we? 13B for $5 says, Hey, John, I just wanted to say I've been watching you since I was 9 after my dad passed away. And I want to thank you for 9 years of good laughs. Hey, sorry, man. You're welcome. Sorry to hear that. That's rough. Got serious all of a sudden. I don't want to make jokes right now, because then you're laughing at that guy's misfortune. Serious time, you guys. Press F to pay respect. I'm sorry, I don't mean to joke about the thing. It's obviously bad. Hey, but thanks, man. I'm glad my show could, I'm glad I brought you some joy. You know? You're very welcome. I hope you stay tuned. Sorry again to hear that. Thank you, 13B. Much appreciated. Blood Gulch Patrick for 200. I already forget the thing. R-U-B. I want to say rubies, but that's not what it is. Rubicons? Is that the right word? I can't fucking remember. I'm sorry, okay? I try to remember this shit. It just slips. I got too much shit I'm trying to hold in my brain when I do these things. Nothing goes in. I'm doing my best. Anyway, okay. Blood Gulch Patrick says, rubles, okay. Rubicons? Whatever the fuck it is. R-U-B. Says, hey, John, longtime fan here. This Byte episode was dope. I don't know if what I'm asking is a little bit too much, but could you please take a picture of yourself with a French baguette up your butt? That is asking a little too much, to be quite honest. You know, when I read the first part of that, I don't know if what I'm asking is a little bit too much. I'm like, you know, it probably isn't. And whatever he's going to pitch here, I'm probably going to be perfectly willing to do. But then you had to actually say the thing where I have to stick a giant piece of hardened bread up my ass. And then I thought, you know what? I'm not actually going to do that. Certainly not going to take a picture of it. Christ. As if it wasn't bad enough to stick that up my anus. I got to take a photo of it and give it to you, and who the hell knows what you're going to do with it. Share it to everybody. All my possible future employers. Put it on my LinkedIn profile. Hi, I'm John Graham. I'm a video editor looking for work. I've had 4 years of film production education. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts. Oh, and by the way, I also stuck a baguette up my fucking ass. In case that factors into your decision at all. Here's a please see the attached photo. Some employer will see the photo and be like, I like this guy. Forget these credentials, but this photo. This guy is willing to stick a baguette up his ass. I like this guy. He's got spunk. He's just the guy I'm looking for this job. I'm sorry, Blood Gulch, but I'm not going to stick a baguette up my ass. But really appreciate the super chat, dude. Thank you. Derelict Country for €5 says thoughts on Doom Eternal OST controversy. Plus do a birthday stream. Remembered this year. One shelf is top tier. Lol, get it? Yes, I do. Hashtag ban Spidey Frizz. I don't know what Spidey Frizz is, but I talked about the Doom Eternal soundtrack thing already a little bit, but I don't know what else there is to elaborate on. I mean, I listened to like a YouTuber talk about it for like 10 minutes today. That's all I know. What I can tell you for sure is that I've listened to like the soundtrack on YouTube, and I thought it was a fucking kick-ass soundtrack. But then I was listening to this YouTuber today talk about this drama. Everyone loves drama. Hot goss around the soundtrack about how like Mick Gordon, the composer, he made this deal with Bethesda about like, I'm gonna finish the soundtrack in this amount of time, but then he reached the end of his time and he asked for a 4-week extension apparently, and he got the extension, but he may not have. I think he missed his additional deadline, his extended deadline. He might have missed that as well, or he. So I don't want to spread false information. He may have met the deadline, but there was something about it that was unsatisfactory. It might have been like Bethesda or id Software determined that the tracks were unsatisfactory, but I don't know what that's based on, because I listened to like the soundtrack and I'm just like, I think this sounds fucking cool. I don't know what the big deal is. Like I said, like maybe it wasn't compressed in an ideal fashion, but that's not really a big deal to me. I think it's a good fucking soundtrack. I think he did a good job on it. And even if he only did 13 tracks out of the total 59 that are in the game, whatever, I think they all sound good, and the tracks that Mick did do, I think he did a good job. And I think the whole thing sounds really definitely above average. I mean, for the most part, video games neglect the musical score. So I'm always impressed when a musical track is passable, let alone great. And I think the Doom Eternal soundtrack is great. I mean, the only other when I think of great video game soundtracks, the first thing I think of is Final Fantasy VII in particular. But then there was a whole range of Final Fantasy games that had fucking amazing soundtracks. Like Final Fantasy VI all the way to 10. I've listened to those soundtracks, and they are fucking incredible. And then next down from Final Fantasy would probably be Super Mario Galaxy and Odyssey, because they actually have a legit orchestra playing the score for those games, and those scores are amazing. And there's not many examples of like a game having a terrific score. Modern Warfare 2 is another good example. Hans Zimmer had a hand in it. He didn't handle most of the tracks, but he did like the main theme and some other tracks, and then Lorne Balfe did the rest of them. But yeah, that's like even if a video game soundtrack is like passable, I'm impressed. Just because it gets I feel like the score in video games gets neglected so often. So I thought it was good, and I don't really get the controversy. I mean, maybe like Mick Gordon mismanaged his time, but I thought it was a good product. So at the end of the day, however much time mismanagement might have taken place, So there you go. Sorry if that was boring. I didn't mean to. I mean, you asked, and I gave you my thoughts on soundtracks. I know it wasn't that funny, but hopefully you find it entertaining to hear my thoughts on video game soundtracks. So there you go. Anyway, thank you, Derelict Country. I appreciate it, man. The guy who is Australian for $5, for an Aussie $5, says, John, Flick won't give me a role in oneself. Everyone tells me I have a good voice. Force him to give me a part, Daddy. Flick, if you're watching this right now, if you don't give that guy who is Australian a part in your next episode, I'm going to find you and I'm going to cut you. I'm going to cut you up. I'm going to beat you until you bleed. I'm going to kick your fucking ass. I'm going to tape a GoPro to my fucking head and film the whole thing. I'll put it on YouTube. I'm going to embarrass you in front of the entire world and be like, look at this bitch. Look at this bitch. I kicked his ass. I mean, look, guy who is Australian, I have no control over who Flick decides to have in his videos or not. I mean, I know when I'm listening to auditions for people, I do have some standards that need to be met. Like I don't care if you have an. People have asked me about this, about auditions, by the way, for episode 15. If you have an accent, I don't care. But if I listen to it and I feel like it doesn't fit or it gets too much in the way, then I may forego your audition in favor of somebody who speaks like. I don't think I wouldn't cast an audition aside just because it had an accent. I don't care. If you're like Scottish, Australian, English, whatever, I like diversity in terms of like the way people talk. So, I mean, it would make a welcome change for everyone talking like me. So, I mean, that's fine. But if there's something about it that's a little too distracting, I might forego it in favor of another audition. I'm sorry to say. I don't mean to unfairly discriminate, but that's when you're in a directorial position, you have to be a little bit of a fascist, where you're just like, this is what I want. I don't like this. I don't like this. It's not a slight against any of those people who don't make the audition. It's just, you have to just pick one, whatever you feel fits best, and there's a lot of factors that go into that. But just because you have an accent, that doesn't rule you out. And I don't care about gender either. So whether you're a man or a woman, I don't care if you audition. Whether you're a man or a woman, I might give you the role. Either way, it's not a factor. That's my point. And I don't know if I've gotten any auditions from women yet. I hope I have. I haven't listened to them all yet. But I'm hoping to be able to cast a few of the roles that I've made available for episode 15 as women specifically. Just to mix it up a little bit. Because women play video games. Surprise. So I wouldn't mind having a couple characters that are voiced by women. So I don't know. I'll have to listen to the rest of the auditions. I'll get around to that. I've got other things to do first. But look, I can't force Flick to. I mean, I don't know why he's not giving you a role. This is what I meant to say about standards, because I feel like Flick doesn't really have that many standards when it comes to his show. I'm not shitting on Flick, okay? I know that sounds, I'm not shitting on him. But, like, the voice acting is it feels deliberately bad sometimes, where it sounds like it's being read off a script. And, like, some voices sound like they're recorded with a fucking potato. Like, when you have this fluctuation in quality and, like, some deliveries are good, but some are just atrocious, but deliberately so. So it doesn't mean that they're a bad voice performer. It just means that that's probably what Flick was looking for, was, like, kind of an unrehearsed, reading off the script like quality to it, where it's supposed to be funny, like bad on purpose. But like, I can't imagine the guy who is Australian. I can't imagine you would be rejected based on your ability or like the quality of your microphone or whatever. But I have to say that Flick reserves the right ultimately to reject an audition or take one. You know what I mean? So I can't force him, unfortunately. But I would say, Flick, please consider this guy if you haven't already. That's what I'll say, okay? Fair enough? All right. I've spent probably a little too much time on this one, okay? But thank you, guy who is Australian. I really appreciate it, dude. And I'm moving my hands around a lot for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, let's move on, okay? All right. Mike Noy 01 for $4.99 says, "Hey, I've been watching you since Black started eating." You guys are gonna get me banned one day. I do not condone the super chat, the text. Okay, I'm just reading out what it says. That's it. Hey, I've been watching you since Blacks started eating chicken and watermelon. I love you, man. No homo. Look, if there's any black people watching, there's nothing wrong with chicken and watermelon, okay? They're both very delicious. They're both very delicious foods. Okay? So whether you're black and you're white and you like eating chicken or watermelon, it doesn't fucking matter. That's what I'm saying. Okay? I don't know what, like, this stupid stereotype. It sucks. I don't know why that became a thing. But anyway, look, someone else is writing it, not me. There you go. Thanks for watching me since Blacks started eating chicken and watermelon. I really appreciate it. Can we keep the latent racism down to a minimum? And the JQ shit? And all this fucking horse shit? Can we just kind of put that off to the side? That's just going to tempt people even more. But come on now. You're going to get my fucking account banned one of these days. Then I won't be able to show you Arby and the Chief anymore. You'll have to go to fucking BitChute or Pornhub to tune into my content. Fucking YouTube. But I'll get to that later. That's a whole other thing. God, I still not done with these super chats. Hang on. All right. Thanks, man. Sora L for $5 says, I'm doing donating for the people in Discord as they're all bankrupt due to COVID. Also, thanks for the email I've sent to you about commentary tracks. You're thanking me for the email you sent me? I must have responded to you. That's what you're referring to, right? Because I have made a point of responding to all the emails I get. Back in the day when I was getting swamped with emails, it was impossible to respond to every one of them. Although I did respond to some of them. But now that things have died down to the point where emails to me kind of just trickle in, I maybe get like one a day or like a few every week or something. When it's at that frequency, I can make the time to respond to all of them. So I'm pretty sure I must have responded to yours. But you're welcome, man, if that's what you're referring to. And give my regards to everyone in the Discord. They have been a tremendously supportive community, and I really appreciate everyone who takes part in it, whether it's an administrative capacity or, you know, working on content like the Christmas special and all that. I really appreciate all of it, and it warms my heart, genuinely. So thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for being such a supportive community. I feel very lucky to have you guys. All right, enough of that sappy shit. Let's move on. Thank you, Sora. Nomasti, the African warlord, says, hey, resolve a debate for me. Is Arbiter-in-Chief's relationship a progressive view on toxic gay relationships and their patriarchal structure? Fuck me. I think you're reading into it a little too much there. I wouldn't go that specific. Broadly speaking, Arbiter-in-Chief represent the relationship between two aspects of the personality of everybody. You know, it's left and right brain, essentially. I mean, if you get into the specific functionality of what the left and right hemispheres of the brain are responsible for, then they might not exactly align with Arbiter-in-Chief. But you get what I'm saying in a basic sense, right? I think the dialogue between Arbiter-in-Chief represents a war that is going on in everybody's head all the time, over everything. Duality of man. Yes. Duality of man, everybody. So yeah, there you go. I'm not going to go into gay relationships and patriarchal structure. We'll be here for fucking ever. I want to move on to the podcast. But hey, thanks, man. Celtic Horn for $5 says, I really like the dark mood in this episode. Hope you do more like that. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I shot it like a horror movie. I thought it turned out pretty well. I had a lot of fun shooting it, you know. Yeah. I hope you guys don't mind seeing more like that. Apparently not. So I guess what I'm doing is good. So thank you, Celtic Horn, for that. I appreciate it. Mustaine Fan 69 for $5 says, Canada gay, but you cool. Oh, thanks, man. Yes, this country is very, very gay. What can I say? Not me, though. I'm super straight. Thanks, man. Tobias Edverson says, oh, boy. This is in freaky deaky European. It's in a Norwegian ooga booga language. I'm sorry, I sounded like such an asshole there. Jeg glad jeg rak. You know what? I'm gonna read this out in a very offensive accent. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna add that kind of Nordic stereotypical bounce to the language that isn't actually authentic at all. It just, for some reason, that caught on as a stereotype. Here we go. Jeg glad jeg rak se deg på direkte sending akkurat. Akkurat, jeg beklager, jeg uttalte kort feil. Mer penger jeg fikk av Nav kostet masse. Tobias is reading that going, you motherfucker. How dare you? Because all Swedish people talk like this. Not Swedish, but just any of those Nordic countries. They all speak with that comedic bounce for no reason. Sorry, Tobias. You know I love you, man. Thank you. I know you wrote that out too, with the intent of me doing something comedically with that. So I hope it paid off. I hope I satisfied you. All right. Russ D. Shackelford for 14 pounds 99 says, Don't have Streamlabs. Sorry, G-Dog. Just want to say you've been a big influence on my childhood and got me through some rough times. Love you, man. Wish I could donate more. Don't ever apologize for not donating to me, okay? Whether it's through Super Chat, Streamlabs, Patreon. If you don't want to give me anything, you're not obligated to. All I ultimately want is for you to be a fan and for you to enjoy what I put out, okay? Anything I get from you guys, I'm very grateful for. So just keep that in mind, you know? And if you're subscribing to me regularly on Patreon and you want to stop, you can just stop. You don't even have to notify me. People are super nice about it most of the time. And I'm just like, dude, you don't have to apologize. Just do it. I mean, I get it. You got your reasons. You want to conserve money for whatever reason, or you want to, maybe you support me still, but you just don't want to spend any money that month. I mean, I appreciate what you're giving me, but just, if you don't want to give me any more for whatever reason, just don't. That's fine. You don't need to apologize or anything like that. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, thanks, Rusty. I appreciate it, dude. Sloppy Dinosaur for $5 says, this is the best premiere you've done. I bought 12 bottles of cheap wine today to celebrate. Pour yourself another glass before podcast. You deserve it. Oh, thanks, man. I'm already a little buzzed, to be honest, though. I don't want to be a drunken wreck for the podcast. Or maybe I do. Maybe that'll make for a terrific podcast. Who knows? Maybe I'll say something that goes way over the line. And that'll be the thing that gets me banned from YouTube forever. Who knows? It's part of the fun, isn't it? Whatever. We'll see. I'll pour myself another drink for the podcast. Which we're still doing, by the way. We got to fucking wrap this up, okay? We're almost done here. Let me just move on. All right, so thanks, Sloppy Dinosaur. James R. for $10 says, hey, John, I was wondering if you knew any cute single dads. No homo. I'm just curious. If you know any thick ones, PM me. P.S. I swear I'm not gay. It's for research purposes. Are you sure you're not gay? Sounds kind of gay. But you know what? If it is gay, if you're gay, that's okay. I just did a rhyme, you guys. It's okay to be gay, you guys. I don't know if you guys knew this, but it is okay to be gay. Any cute single dads? I don't know. I mean, dads tend not to be single. I mean, the ones I know anyway. I mean, I suppose there's a lot of fathers who end up getting divorced. But then, whether or not they have custody over their children, or whether they even care to see their children or not, is another matter. So, you got a pretty niche. It's a very small demographic of people you're focusing on there. I can't think of any single dads, unfortunately. Sorry. I think I'm a little too young for that still. You got to give me another decade or so before I have a bunch of friends who are single dads. Sorry, man. I'd love to help. But hey, thanks. Thanks, James. I appreciate it, man. Sora L for $2 says, Flick won't give me a role because I'm Asian. How dare you, Flick? That's a racism. That's illegal. Come on now. Just because she's Asian or he's Asian. I don't know if you're a boy or a girl. It's hard to tell sometimes. Come on now, Flick. Flick's probably using good judgment. I don't think he's probably not a racist guy. He's probably not a whatever. I'm sure he has his reasons for refusing certain auditions. I can't bully him into accepting certain auditions over other ones. I'm sorry. Okay. Save your super chats for the podcast, okay? Because this is all supposed to go on exclusively on a premiere stream. So just hold off on it, okay? Wait until I do a podcast. Because we'll go for like hours on that one, okay? And we'll talk about whatever you want. But let's just keep it about the episode for right now, okay? Maybe this is just a bad system. Maybe I need to rethink this, you know? Because I got all these super chats pouring in that are more ideal for the podcast rather than the premiere. Maybe I should just not do super chats for the premiere. But then if I'm segmenting the streams, then I'm like, people are inevitably going to send super chats on the premiere stream. I don't know what the fuck to do. If you got suggestions for me, feel free to send me an email or something. I'll read it, or a DM or something. But I'm going to wrap this up. No more super chats, okay? If you want to send one, send it in the stream to follow after this, okay? Let's just wrap this up for now. I'm not saying I don't appreciate what you're sending. I really do. It's just I want to get to the end of this, okay? All right. So, where were we? 13B for $2 says, Flick won't give me a role because of my name. Flick, I don't know, dude. I can't control what Flick does. If he refuses an audition, he must have his reasons. I can only assume, okay? I'm sure Flick is a nice guy, and he's not refusing anybody just purely based on their race or whatever, okay? I'm sure there's plenty of other contenders. All right, thanks, man. Tobias Edvardson says for 100 Norwegian cuck bucks, whatever the K stands for. I'm sorry, I forget already. I use Activate for my wake-up alarm. Oh, my God. You're a disgrace of a human being. I'm just kidding. I snoozed it once, rushed off to class, and it later went off in an auditorium for 110-plus people during a serious lecture at my university. The professor loved it. Hey, your professor's a Chad. I want to buy that guy a beer. And you a beer. That's awesome. Activate. God, that track sucks. I made a new track, by the way. I'll show that to you in the next podcast, in the podcast after this. Anyway, thanks, Tobias. That's cool. Played in the background for $5 says, who is around 2% of the U.S. population but 50% of billionaires and 16% of U.S. Congress? Google USS Liberty and dancing Israelis. For fuck's sake. Look, there may be some disproportionate representation happening, but I love Jews, okay? They're funny. They're great. I don't have anything against them, broadly speaking. Or individually. I mean, every Jew in the media I can think of, I'm a fan of. So, I am not an anti-Semite, okay? People just keep bringing up the Jewish shit in the chat, and fucking hell, what am I gotta read these out. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do with that info? Am I supposed to be outraged at this point? Be like, those motherfuckers. What do you want me to say? I got no control over this shit. Whatever. Thanks, played in the background. Derelict Country for €5 says, hey, John, been a fan of yours before Flick's accident, and he lost the ability to spell, speak, write, think, and change himself. Love from Nick Gurr. Thanks, man. Poor Flick, losing the ability to spell, speak, write, and think, and change. One might say that's a little bit of a hindrance. An impediment, if you will. Thanks, Derelict. Sora L for $2 says, been watching you before Irish Independence, Heart. Irish Independence, Heart? I guess the heart is just like that's just like a less than 3 towards me. Like he's like Sora hearts me, I guess is what I'm supposed to take from that. Thanks, man. Or girl. Sora, is that a girl's name? Is that a grill's name with Bob's and Vagine? I don't know. It's a question for the ages. Jebediah Kermal for £1.99 says, "Is this the PM podcast? Am I in the right place?" The PM podcast. What does that mean? You mean PM as in night or nighttime, or does that stand for something? I don't know. I can only assume that you know that you're in the right place. I mean, who do you think you're tuning into right now? Pretty hard to make that mistake, you know. Anyway, thanks, Jebediah. Kirkland Signature for $1.99 says, "Take a shot with me already." I'll take another. I'll have another glass of wine for the next podcast. Okay. I just want to hold off until then. Thanks, man. And Luke Lucasor for $9.99 says, "What do you think of the Navy and Pentagon declassifying UFO videos? If there is aliens, hopefully they're not raper of butts." I haven't actually looked at that footage, but it doesn't surprise me, you know. I've always been open-minded about aliens, and I figure, you know, we've got to come from somewhere. And even if we have, like, if our origin involved aliens to some degree, I'm not saying that is the case, but if it was, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to that stuff. So I haven't looked at any of the new footage and stuff that was declassified, but I think it's cool. And I hope other people are open-minded about it as well. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, Luke. I got some donations over Streamlabs that I want to get to before I switch over. So let me just get to those quickly. Don't send any more super chats. If you save it until the next one. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right when I say that. Mike Noy 01 for $1.99 says, "Do you love Nick Gers?" I don't know who that dude is. Sorry, dude. Christ. Are you guys listening to me? Sora L for $2 says, there is 12 people Discord on VC listening in right now. Tongue face. VC? What does VC mean? 12 people Discord on VC. Oh, voice chat. Never mind. Okay. That's cool, man. I figured the Discord people were tuning in. That's awesome. I already did a shout out to them. I hope they're doing well. I'm a big fan of everyone over there at the Discord. All right, let me bring up my Streamlabs dashboard, and we'll get to those Streamlabs exclusive donations. Holy shit. There's like a lot. Fuck me. Oh my god. Okay, so somebody sent me quite a lot, and the exact same amount went through twice by the looks of it. And so because it's the exact same amount back to back, I assume that it was a mistake. So I'm just going to read it out. Anonymous for 140.85 Canadian says, "Today's your lucky day, here you go." And then from the same guy, Decimator Omega. So the donor is anonymous, but the platform ID says Decimator Omega. It says, "Today's your lucky day, here you go." And for the exact same amount, it says, "Today's your lucky day in terms of money, here you go." So that's actually 280 this guy sent me, but I don't think he meant to send the same amount twice. So if that's an error, get in touch with me and I'll work to refund the one. I mean it's a lot of money, but like obviously you intended to send one, but not necessarily the other one. So if you want to get the other one refunded, I can help you out with that. We'll figure something out. I don't know what the process is of refunding one of these things, but we'll figure it out. Even if I have to PayPal you it back, that's fine. So that was just the only text there, and thank you for that. I don't know if you're here in the chat right now, Decimator Omega, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you for that. That's very, very kind of you. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the same guy, a third time, says, "Hey, John, the money might have gone through twice. Credit card got declined at the first try and had to confirm. Anyway, happy super early birthday, dude. Enjoy the $105. Must be US dollars. Or $205 if it didn't get declined on your end." And that was $704 for that one. Okay, so I'll help you refund that. Okay, I'll send it back to you. Just if you're here in the chat or you see this later on, email me with your details. I'll get it back to you. Okay. So no worries there. But hey, thank you for that. That's very nice of you. We got two more here. From Abe Froman, says, "Mr. Job, long-time watcher, first-time donator, less than 3 the series and podcasts. Hope this helps you get all of the whammon. Thanks for all the great content. Keep on keeping on." So whammon love money. That's all they care about. That's all I need for a girlfriend. All I want is a hentai waifu, you guys. All I need is money. I can be a fat piece of shit, not look after myself, be super unhealthy, ugly. All I need is money. That's all bitches care about, right? Am I right, ladies? I'm just kidding. That's sexist. How dare you? Thank you, Abe. You're very welcome. I'm glad you enjoy the show, man. All right. Last one here. Oxy says, "Hey, John, just wanted to... for $5. Says, "Hey, John, just wanted to see some Canadian dollars on the screen. Thank you so much for Arby and the Chief. Back in 2008, I thought my mini DV camera and Shure Stage mic weren't enough, and I found Arby and the Chief inspiring and hilarious. Enjoy your wine. I'm having gin." Oh, that's awesome, dude. I can't do gin. Gin is, it's I don't know, the taste of it. I feel like I'm drinking something from under the sink. Same with vodka. And I prefer wine over beer because beer gasses me up less so. You know, I want to avoid that because I got stomach issues. But anyway, thank you very much. Thank you to all of you. We're wrapped up on the Streamlabs donations. I think we're done with the Super Chats. Let me just double check. Make sure we're done with that. Okay, we're done. Nobody send any more, okay? So I'm going to end this stream, and I'm going to start a new one pretty quick. And we're just going to do a regular podcast, okay? This was the premiere stream for Bytes. And next we're going to do a podcast, okay? So, thank you, everybody, for all the support. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the episode. And I will be back soon. Okay, so I'm ending the stream, but don't go anywhere. Just stick around in the chat, and I'll be back. Thanks, everybody. I just realized I don't have a stop stream button on my Stream Deck. Whoops. Guess I'll just do it manually. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Alright, see you soon.